All right, everybody, trying to get everything lined up here and in place. Let me get this a little higher up here. See if we can't get this stabilized a little bit. Actually, the video started before I was ready, actually, so see if I can't get this to where I need to have it. Check the lighting and so forth. Okay, think we're all right. Anyway, this is Game 6 of the 1993 American League Championship Series. And let me get my volume out of the way on the computer so we don't have echoes around here. All right, slow start as usual. Let me check the computer. Looks like everything is showing up fairly well that I can tell. From what I can tell on here, looks like everything is. Let me bring my computer up a little bit higher so I can see it and see what's on there. Yeah, it looks like everything is fairly copacetic. All right, we're at Comiskey Park, 1993, Game 6. Chicago leads at 3-2, so Toronto has to win or Chicago will be going to the World Series to face the winner of the Phillies and Giants, who have a Game 7 coming up to make that determination. And on the mound for each team, for the White Sox, they will turn to right-hander Alex Fernandez. And for the Blue Jays, they will turn to right-hander Pat Hentgen. That is the matchup, 18-9 versus 19-9. So pretty good matchup here in Game 6. And I think everything is where I need it. That's best I can get, I think, on the video. So we'll go with it. Like I said, I meant to give a little bit of warning, but when I hit the button, it just started recording, so I figured I might as well go with it. And just people show up when they show up, I guess, depending on what they're doing. Might be kind of a rough time because still a little early on a Saturday evening, and people may be having dinner or who knows what. But we're going to sally forth because I want to get this project completed and move on to bigger and better things. Not that this is not bigger and better, but once you've been doing a project for a while, you want to see its conclusion and then move on to your next assignment. White Sox colored dice, as they are the home team, so we have the White Sox colored dice. And leading off for the Blue Jays, although he's in an Oakland uniform, is Ricky Henderson. He came over late season trade from the A's. So the Blue Jays have to win or they will be forced to just go home. So here we go. Game 6 underway. Fernandez, 3-2, and that's an automatic out against a right-hander with that star line, and it's going to be a fly to center field. So Ricky Henderson, first out of the inning. Fly ball to center. One down, and that's going to bring up Devon White. Speaking of center, he's a center fielder. 6-4, that's a strikeout chance. He's a 9. He's a 15. That's definitely a strikeout. That's going to be out number 2. Stadium does take away 1, but that's still more than enough to be a strikeout. 2 up and 2 down as Alex Fernandez is off to a good start. Brings up Roberto Alomar. 3-1, another strikeout chance. 10 is going to be too high, so Alomar will get to swing. 3-1, it's star 5 to fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning turned in by Alex Fernandez. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Toronto nothing. White Sox coming to bat, and Toronto has to win or the series is over, as the White Sox lead at 3-2. Leading off for the Sox, it'll be Tim Raines, followed by Joey Cora and Frank Thomas. As usual, got the lineups with the benches and the bullpens off to the left of the dice tower there. All right, Pat Hentgen pitching to Raines, 5-2. And switch hitter Raines against a right-hander is batting left-handed, so it's not going to be a home run chance. It's actually going to be a blank. So Raines will swing it. 4-3, and that is a ground ball to second. Alomar is right there. Oops. Alomar is right there for out number 1. So 1 down, and that's going to send up Joey Cora. Second baseman. Followed by the big hurt, Frank Thomas. Hentgen 5-4. That's a range play. We go to Cora to see who the range check is on. 1-5. It's a ground ball to short. We're checking the range of the shortstop, Tony Fernandez. Tony Fernandez's range is a 3, which is right about average. So 1-3, and Fernandez will make the play. He does. So Cora retired by Fernandez. 2 up and 2 down for the big hurt, Frank Thomas. Hello, Craig. How you doing? Pat Hentgen, 1-6. Strikeout chance. He got the big hurt. 5 minus the 1 is a 4, but that's a 3. So the big hurt took a hurt on that one and strikes out to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the White Sox as well as the Blue Jays. Neither team can get anything going in the first. We go the second, no score from Comiskey Park. And again, the Blue Jays have to win or it's all over. So Joe Carter will lead it off for the Jays. Hello, Philip. How are you doing? Joe Carter leading off for the Jays against Fernandez. 1-5, strikeout chance 11. He's an 11, but the stadium takes away 1, so Carter will get a reprieve and get to swing. 4-1, and he takes advantage of it with a single past Robin Ventura for a base hit. Infield now halfway. Trying to turn 2. We get our first strategy roll of the game. And nothing happened. So that'll bring up Olerud. Fernandez to Olerud. 6-6 is a range play at Comiskey Park. So we go to Comiskey Park for the range play. So 3-2. That's a ground ball to third. Checking the range of the third baseman, Robin Ventura, which is okay because he's a 5, the best you can have. So 1-5, he will make the play and see if they turn a double play. And well, he makes the play, so now we're checking for the double play. Olerud's a 2, +1 for Fernandez is 3. Halfway makes it a 4. The pivot, Joey Cora, at second base is also a +1. So that makes it a 5. So anything other than a 6, it's a double play. It's a 6, so the only play is to play it first. So how do you like that? Ventura ranged to get it, but he could not turn the double play. His only play actually was to go to first, as it turns out. And Carter will take second with 1 out. Now the infield could go back to normal since there's no force play. And that'll bring up Paul Molitor, DH. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Fernandez to Molitor, 1-1. Strikeout chance 3, he got him. Molitor down on strikes. Out number 2. And now it's up to Tony Fernandez. The Blue Jays are going to get something on the board. Nothing on the strategy. 2-2, and that's a blank. We go to Tony Fernandez to finish. 5-2, and that's a star 3, which is a ground ball to short. And Ozzie Guillen takes care of it. No problem. No runs a hit. No errors and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. No score from Comiskey. Blue Jays and the Sox. Due up for the White Sox will be Robin Ventura, followed by Ellis Burks and Bo Jackson. Here in the bottom of the second against Mr. Pat Hentgen. Hello, Kenyon. How are you doing? Hentgen, 1-4. Strikeout chance 13. Too high. So Robin Ventura will swing it. 1-6. And against a right-hander, that's going to be a fly to left. He actually would have doubled off a lefty, but not against the right-hander. So fly to left. 1 away. Ventura is retired. Brings up Ellis Burks. Hentgen, 1-5. That's a straight-up home run chance. That's a 3. He's an 8. And he's not here, so I won't do his call. But that is long, and that is gone. Kaboom, as somebody once said that plays inside pitch a lot. That is a home run for Ellis Burks, and the Sox lead it 1-0 as he deposited a would-be Hentgen fastball into the cheap seats, and the Sox lead it 1-0. Here's Bo Jackson. Hentgen, 5-5, strikeout chance 7, got him. Bo strikes out a lot. Bo no strikeouts, and that's 2 down. for Lance Johnson, center fielder. Hello, Larry. How you doing? 3-4 for Hentgen against Lance Johnson's a blank. Against a righty, open a strikeout chance. Here's Johnson, 3-5, and that's a star one, which is a ground ball to second. Alomar has it to end the inning, but the Sox get on the board thanks to an Ellis Burks home run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We play 2 at Comiskey, and it's the Sox 1, Blue Jays nothing. And again, Blue Jays have to win or go home. Sox lead the series 3-2. So the Blue Jays will be, Cito Gaston will be going to his bullpen early and often if he has to, because it's do or die. Hello, Mr. Beatles. How are you doing? Good to see you. Craig Scarborough had to leave, so I guess he said goodbye and you said hello, Beatles. That counts. Here's Ed Sprague to lead off the top of the third. 6-2, that's an automatic out on a star line. So we go to the chart, and it's a fly to right field. Tabby's actually taking a nap. She's in the room, but she's taking a nap, so she may have tuckered herself out from the beginning of the day, so we shall see. Here's Pat Borders. Fernandez, 4-5, that's a blank. We go to Borders. 2-5, and that's a ground ball to third. Ventura handles it easily. 2 down, and that's going to bring up Ricky Henderson. 6-3, that's a possible error on a throw. We go to Henderson's card. 5-1, ground ball to short. That's an 8. Let's check the throwing or the error rating on Guillen. Guillen is a 7, so the 8 just misses that. So Guillen, a little bit of a wild throw, but the big hurt hauls it in, prevents the error, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. And Mr. Alex Fernandez is tossing himself quite a ball game through the first 3 innings. And he's got a 1-0 lead to show for it. But there's still 6 innings remaining, and the Blue Jays have a heck of a lineup. So here's Ron Karkovice to lead it off for the Sox. Karkovice, his first time up today. 3-2, and that's the ballpark card going to Comiskey Park. See what Comiskey Park has to say. 4-1, it's a single to second base. So Ron Karkovice hits it to Alomar, who can knock it down but can't make a play. And it's an infield single by the speedster, Ron Karkovice. That'll bring up Guillen. Strategy, nothing happening. Infield is halfway for the double play. Hentgen, 2-6. Possible error. Go to Guillen. 4-3. That is a single to left field. The error chance is on the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. Henderson's error rating is a 5. That is also a 5. That will be a single plus an error on Ricky Henderson. Single plus an error. Karkovice will get second and automatically take third on the error, but he might be able to score. Guillen's going to take second on the error right away. So we go to a failed error on the chart. Failed error check on a single to left. And it says roll 1d6 versus the base runner rating. If higher than the rating, then the runner gets 1 base, otherwise 2 bases. So Karkovice is a 3. If we roll a 4 or higher, he stops at third. A 1, 2, or 3, and he will come around to score. 6, he's got to stop at third base. So they only get 1 base on the error. So Karkovice will stop at third, with Guillen stopping at second. Big error there by Ricky Henderson. And now Blue Jays are in trouble. Second and third, nobody out. Bottom of the third, they already trail 1-0 against Alex Fernandez, who's pitching a heck of a game. Do you bring the infield in this early with nobody out? I guess you kind of have to. So infield is in. Hentgen to Raines. Can really use a strikeout. 2-1's a blank. He won't get the strikeout. Let's see what Raines can do. 2-3. It's a fly to right. Could be a sacrifice fly. The right fielder in this case is Joe Carter. And Joe Carter's arm is a 0. So he's got a 0 arm. So first thing to check for sacrifice flies, we're rolling Reigns' card. He's a 1. So it has to be a 1 to be a sacrifice fly on his card. It is not. But Karkovice can still make a sacrifice fly on a 3 or less. Since the arm is 0, we add it to that. It's a 3. So 3 or less, he scores. He does. So Karkovice comes in to score on the sacrifice fly by Tim Raines. And the Sox lead it 2-0. And boy, what a costly error that was. Guillen stays at second base. There's one out now with a runner at second, so the infield can now go back to normal. And here's Joey Cora. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Hentgen to Cora. 6-4. Cora's a switch hitter batting left-handed, so it won't be a star line, it'll be a blank. Go to Cora. 2-6, star 2. It's a ground ball to third. And with a runner at second and a ground ball to third, I believe you got to roll a 6 to get there. Yep. If we roll a 6, Guillen can make it to third. Otherwise, he holds. And he does. He do roll a 6, so Guillen does take third. A very unusual play there, but he did. So he will take third base with 2 outs now, which could come into play on an error, pass ball, balk, anything like that. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Here comes the big hurt. Hentgen, 5-6 range play. Frank Thomas for a range check, 4-1. To fly to right field, so it's a range check for the right fielder, Joe Carter. And Joe Carter's range is a 3. So we have to roll a 3 or less in order to keep this from falling in for a base hit and producing another run. And Carter can't get to it as a single or a double. It's only a single, but it's an RBI single for Frank Thomas. And the White Sox extend the lead now to 3-0. And that error by Ricky Henderson is coming back to haunt them now, because they should have been out of the inning a while back. Well, actually, they shouldn't have been out. The error was on the base hit, so it really didn't come into play there. But it did move Guillen up, so he may not have been in scoring position for that. But you know what they say about ifs and buts. So 3-0 Sox. Toronto bullpen is loosening. They do have Danny Cox loosening the bullpen. Hentgen, 2-5, blank to a lefty. We'll go to Ventura. 6-2, pop to second, and that's going to end the inning as Alomar puts it away. So for the Sox, they get 2 runs. And they do it on, and with Frank Thomas's single, all the runs are now going to be earned. So it's 2 runs, 2 earned on 3 base hits, no error, 1 error rather, and 1 left on base. So we go to the 4th. It is Chicago now with a 3-0 lead on Toronto. And Toronto, there's no tomorrow for them. Oops. Well, I should have taped that sucker down, shouldn't I? So Alex Fernandez is going to enjoy a 3-0 lead that he gets to work with. Seems like about an 8-0 lead the way he's pitching, but Toronto does have a good offense. You cannot count them out. In fact, Toronto won the first 2 games of the series. Chicago's won the last 3. The road team has won every game of the series so far, but that's not holding up right now. Fernandez, 6-3, possible error on the throw, but there are still 6 innings left. Whoops, the white dot did not go through. So where did that go? Down here. Let's re-roll that. Kind of a Suadice moment there. 1-5. It's a ground ball to the pitcher. It's an error on the throw, but he's got a 0 error rating, so no error there to worry about whatsoever. White grounds it to Fernandez for out number 1. Going to bring up Alomar. 2-1, strikeout chance 7 will not get him. Alomar, 1-4, power result to left field against a righty, goes to 18. That's a 1. It will be a base hit for Roberto Alomar. Only the second hit of the game for the Blue Jays. And that brings up Joe Carter. Nothing on the strategy. Infield is now halfway. 6-6 range play. So since they're halfway, if it goes to an infielder, they're going to lose 1 on their range. 1-6 is a ground ball in front of the plate. So that's not really going to affect his range because he's not affected by double play or plane in or whatever. Karkovice's range is a 5. So his range is a 5. And I'm assuming he'll get to that. And he does. Now let's see what he does with it. See what the chart says. On a ground ball to the catcher. To G2. G2. You don't get many of those in the game, so I'm not sure how. I need RJL here, and he's not here. I think he did some sort of a homebrew on that, but G2. Okay, you lose 2 on a double play chance for the catcher. So he's a 2, plus 1's a 3. So you're down to a 1 for a double play. 3 is not going to be a double play. They will get the force on Alomar. So it ends up being a 2 to 6, we'll call it. No, 2 to 4, rather. 2-4, fielder's choice. The new runner at first is Joe Carter. And that'll bring up Olerud. Fernandez. 5-1 strikeout chance. That got him. Olerud is out of there. Inning's over. So thank goodness, even if I messed that little ground ball thing up, it didn't affect the game any. Just maybe some semantics. But for the Blue Jays, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is still 3-0 Sox. And now what do you do if you're the Blue Jays and Cito Gaston? Hentgen's one of your better pitchers, but do you go to the bullpen because it's like a game 7? So you may have, and everybody had rest because they had to travel. So they are actually they're going to pull Hentgen. He's only going to go 3 innings, and Danny Cox is going to come on. They can't take any chances. They have to play it like it's game 7 of the series because it basically is, even though it's only game 6. It's elimination game for them, so they have no choice. Danny Cox is on. Hentgen's only going to go 3 innings. He's going to give up 4 hits and 3 runs, all earned. Let's check his walks and strikeouts. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 2. But the fact that he only went 3 innings is pretty disappointing if you're the Blue Jays. But that's neither here nor there. He's got to take care of business and keep his team in the game. Here's Ellis Burks. He homered his first time up. 1-1. He won't this time. That's a strikeout plus. So Danny Cox gets the K on Ellis Burks to start the inning. Brings up Bo Nose. Cox 2-1. Strikeout chance 8. Got him. Bo Nose strikeouts. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And here's Lance Johnson. 1-3. That's a walk plus to a lefty. So Lance Johnson will draw the 2-out walk. Keeps the inning going for Ron Karkovice. Strategy roll. 14, nothing's happening. Cox to Karkovice, 5-3. Strikeout chance, but 19 is too high. Karkovice, 3-5. He's going to fly to center. Hauled in by Devon White to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. 4 innings down here in Game 6. Sox lead at 3-0 as they look to close it out and await the winner of Philly-San Francisco in their Game 7. So top of the 5th. Alex Fernandez seems large and in charge. Here's Molitor. 6-6, that's a range play at Comiskey Park. So we go for a range check at Comiskey. 4-2, that's a ground ball to third. We're checking the range, but again, they're hitting it to the wrong people. That is the third baseman, Robin Ventura, and his range is the best you can have, a 5. So anything other than a 6, and he's going to make the play. And he does. So easy play there, or at least Ventura made it look easy. And it's a 1 away. And maybe the Blue Jays need to hit it somewhere else. Hello, Mr. Utah Mike. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook. I think you did see my post on Facebook, Utah Mike, about me having issues with Stratomatic PC, and now I can't do anything with it. I can't get to my old stuff. I can't do anything. So I'm kind of waiting for Stratomatic to send me something to reset the authorization, because I can't even get into the game to take the authorization off and restart it. I just can't do anything. It won't open up at all and do anything. So I'm totally locked out of Stratomatic PC completely. Cards and dice, I got it fine. Just the other stuff I'm not. All right, 6-4. Strikeout chance, 15 too much. Go to Fernandez, 2-3. It's a star 1, which is a ground ball to first. And the big hurt makes the play. 2 down. And that'll send up Ed Sprague. 5-2. Hit by pitch. 12. -1, though. So that's going to be too high. Sprague, 4-3. He's going to pop it to short. Guillen is there. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Alex Fernandez. He has tossed 5 straight goose eggs at the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays are looking like they're going to be watching the series on TV instead of being in the series. But if things don't change. Danny Cox will be back for a second inning of work. He faced 4 batters. He can face 8 total, so he's still good. Guillen, 1-6 is a blank. We go to Guillen. 1-1, it's a star 6 fly to right field. Joe Carter is there, 1 away. For the Rock, Tim Raines. 2-4, and he's not tired, so there's no single there. Raines, 2-2. Fly to center field, and Devon White puts it away. 2 down for Joey Cora. Cox, 6-6. Switch hitter is a straight-up home run chance. Cora's home run, though, is only a 2, so that's going to fail, but he will swing. 5-1, grounder to short. Fernandez is there, and the inning is over. So Cox pitches a 1-2-3. 5th inning. So Danny Cox has given him 2 shutout innings of relief. They may try to sneak a 3rd inning out of him. The way he's pitching. Don't want to take him out if he's a hot hand. May make the game take him out by being tired. So top of the 6th we go, and Pat Borders against Fernandez, 6-3. That's a possible error on a throw. 6-2, that's a single to left field. There will be no throw, but it will be a single for Pat Borders. 3rd hit of the game for the Blue Jays. 3 innocent singles in 3 separate innings, so they haven't really put much together. They do flip the order over to Ricky Henderson, so if the Blue Jays are going to do something, this is the time to do it. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Fernandez, 4-4. That's a pitcher result. 1-10 is an automatic out. That's an 11, so Ricky survives to swing. 4-1, he's going to fly to right field. And out there is Ellis Burks to make the play. 1 down for Devon White. Strategy roll again. Nothing happening. Fernandez, 4-3. Strikeout chance, 7. Got him. So Alex Fernandez pitching himself a beauty. Here's Roberto Alomar. Nothing on the strategy there. Fernandez, 3-6. That's a blank. We go to Alomar. 3-2. It's a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Alex Fernandez has just tossed 6 shutout innings at the Real World 1993 World Series champions, and he has just closed the door on them through 6 innings. Now, Danny Cox can face 8 batters before he tires. He has faced 7. So he can face the big hurt, but then after that he's going to be tired. So they do have Castillo, the lefty, in the pen in case they want to make that move. But right now Cox is going to pitch to Thomas. 1-4, and that's an automatic out against a right-hander. And that automatic out is going to be a fly to left. So 1 down. Now Cox is tired. So if he hits a fatigue roll, he's going to have to come out automatically. But otherwise, they're going to let him keep going. 4-5. That's a possible error on a ground ball. 4-4. It's a fly to right, so there's no error to worry about. 2 up and 2 down. They're going to try to get 3 full innings out of Danny Cox, if possible. Here's Ellis Burks. 3-3, strikeout chance. 6, got him. So they do get 3 innings out of Danny Cox. 3 shutout innings out of Danny Cox. Couldn't ask for anything else if you're the Blue Jays. He's kept your team in the game, but the offense has let them down. Danny Cox goes 3 innings, gives up no hits, no runs, did walk 1, and he struck out 3. So couldn't ask for anything more than that, except asking your team to score you some more runs. So that's it for Danny Cox. He kind of went the distance as far as he could go. And the Blue Jays actually now will go to Mark Eichhorn as their new pitcher, with righties coming up next inning. So Mark Eichhorn will be the new Toronto pitcher in the 7th. Right now, top of the 7th for the Blue Jays is Joe Carter, as Alex Fernandez start the 7th. He can face 30 batters. He's only faced 21, so he's definitely in good shape. Hello, Jimmy Jam. How are you doing? Fernandez, 2-2 is a blank. We go to Joe Carter. 2-6, that's a single to left field. So leadoff single for Joe Carter, trying to get something started. He's actually 2 for 3. So he's kind of semi-figured out Alex Fernandez. Strategy rules are still employed. Nothing happening. Infield halfway. Fernandez, 5-1 strikeout chance, but 16 is too much. Olerud could sure use a hit. 4-4, and he will do a star 4 instead, which is a fly to left for out number 1. So Olerud flies out. Brings up Paul Molitor. Nothing happening there. Fernandez, 1-2 is a blank. We go to Molitor. 2-2, and against a right-hander, he's going to fly to center field. Against a lefty, he would have doubled. But that's a fly to center for 2 quick outs. Infield now can go back to normal with 2 outs. And here's Tony Fernandez. Alex Fernandez working on what's going to be 7 shutout innings here very shortly. 6-3, and that's a possible error on a throw. We go to Fernandez's card as I drop one of the D6s, and now I can't find it. Hate when that happens. Oh, it's way down here. Now I actually have to get up out of the chair and take this old body to go underneath the table and get it. That's where I could use Tabby to retrieve it for me and bring it to me, but that's probably not going to happen, even if she wanted to. Okay, let's try this again. 1-3, and that's the ballpark card. Going to Comiskey Park. 2-6, and that's a single plus to center field. So we know Joe Carter's going to get third. The question is, Fernandez has to try to get second, even though they're down 3-0. The rules say you try it. Fernandez is a 4. The single is to center, and the good news for the Blue Jays is that the center fielder, Lance Johnson, has a +2 arm, which makes him a 6, which means he automatically gets the double. So it's a double. 2-out double for Tony Fernandez. And now the tying run is at the plate in Ed Sprague. Blue Jays finally showing some life. Fernandez to Sprague. 5-6 strikeout chance, too high. Sprague with a base hit can drive in 2. 2-2, but it's against a righty. He flies to left. It would have doubled against a righty. But in this case, he flies to left, and the Sox are going to leave, or the Jays rather, are going to leave 2 important base runners in scoring position. And they might come back to regret that. For the Blue Jays, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 big runners left. Seventh inning stretch time here in Toronto. And Mark Foghorn Eichhorn will be coming on for the Jays as the new pitcher here in the bottom of the seventh. To face Bo Jackson. So there's Eichhorn. Hello, Doug. How are you doing? It is 3-0 Sox here as we go to the bottom of the seventh. Mark Eichhorn has just been brought into the game after Danny Cox went 3 scoreless to keep his team in the game. But Jays are 6 outs away from being eliminated, and the Sox from going to the World Series. Eichhorn, 4-2. That is a possible error on a ground ball. Go to Bo, 5-4. And I guess a right-hander, that's a double to center field. No error on a ground ball to worry about. Plus, that's a 5, so I don't think Lance Johnson's only Devon White, rather. Devon White is only a 1 error rating, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But it's going to be a leadoff double for Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson greets Eichhorn with a leadoff double, and the Sox threaten to add to the lead. Strategy rolls are now off. So we're just going to pitch it away to Lance Johnson, 6-5. And against the lefty, that's a straight-up S1. That's an RBI single. The Sox go up 4-0. So Eichhorn was not the answer, apparently. He gives up a double and now a single. Sox lead at 4-0. And the fans here in Chicago are ready to party. Eichhorn, 2-2, nothing going on there to Karkovice. 6-1, pops it up to first. Olerud is there for out number 1. That'll bring up Ozzie Guillen. Eichhorn, 1-6, that's a wild pitch chance. 10 is a possible pass ball. Borders pass ball rating is a 2. So it will be a pass ball. Not what else could go wrong for the Jays, but they have now a pass ball. Puts a runner in scoring position, so you got to keep an eye on that. Takes a double play out of the order also. Eichhorn, 1-4 against the lefty. That's a blank. Go to Guillen. 3-1. That's a single pass second. That could score Johnson. He runs at a 5, and it will score Johnson. So the pass ball comes back to bite him. That's 2 more runs. It's now 5-0 Sox. And I know RJL said a game is never over an inside pitch, but this one's kind of feeling that way. Eichhorn just seems to not know what to do. 2-5, he's blank. We go to Raines. 4-3, that's a ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 2, nothing there halfway. It was a halfway. There are 3. The pivot is a shortstop. That is Fernandez. He's a 0. 1-3, they get a double play and get out of the inning. And they don't, of course, it's 4. They get a fielder's choice as Guillen is retired. But Raines reaches on the 4-6 fielder's choice. 2 down for Joey Cora. Eichhorn, 5-6, strikeout 12. No, he's too high. Take it back. Too high. Cora, 6-1, star 4, and that's a ground ball to third to end the inning. And it's a good thing because that was batter number 6, and he would have been tired on the next batter. But as it is, he's going to have to leave anyway after 1 inning because he gave up 2 runs in that 1 inning. They were earned. Do it on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left. So we go to the 8th. 5-0 White Sox. Now the only question is how much longer do you let Alex Fernandez go? Again, that's all for Eichhorn. He's done. So I think we're going to see Dwayne Ward in the bottom of the 8th for the Jays. Might as well. No sense holding him back for anything. Fernandez can face 30 batters. He has faced 26. So now, number 9 hitter, Pat Borders, is up. Blue Jays on their bench just don't have a whole lot of bench strength that you would just be waiting to have somebody come out and pinch hit. Coles is 253. Butler is 271. You know what? They're going to pinch hit for Borders with Rob Butler. And they're going to bring in Randy Knorr to be the new catcher. So Borders is lifted. Knorr will be the new catcher in the bottom of the 8th, but Rob Butler is your pinch hitter. So Butler to pinch hit. He's got a better average, and they want to get something started. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And then Knorr will be the new catcher in the 8th. All right, so Fernandez facing Rob Butler. 3-2, and a good thing they put the lefty in because that would have been a star line to a righty. So the lefty means he gets to stay in there and bat. 1-3. It's a single to center field. Boy, you just don't see quality managing like this on any other channel. I'm sorry. You see it here. You don't see it anywhere else with that beautiful strategy to bring in the lefty to pinch hit to cause that base hit. I'm just telling you. Count it as gold. All right, here's Ricky Henderson. 2-1, strikeout chance, 17, no way. Go to Ricky, 2-4. That's a single past second. Rob Butler runs at a 3 to get from first to third. All you need is a 3, so all of a sudden, here come the Jays. You're in the 8th. And now, that is 28 batters faced for Alex Fernandez. Bullpen for the Sox. Scott Radinsky, a lefty, tossing in the pen. And he may be coming in at any time. But right now, they're going to let Alex Fernandez keep going. Infield is halfway. They will give up the run gladly to get some outs. Devon White is your batter. 4-6, that's a range play. Go to White. 2-3, that's a single to center field, but it's a range check on the center fielder, who just happens to be Lance Johnson, and his range just happens to be a 5. So anything other than a 6, he'll make the catch, but it could be a sac fly. It's a 5, he will make the catch. The question is it a sacrifice fly? His rating is a 1. Nope, that's not going to do it. Butler's a 3. Lance Johnson, despite his good range, has a +2 arm. So you add that to the 3 and you get a 5. So 1 to 5, he'll at least score it. And he does. So it's a sacrifice fly. Rob Butler comes in to score on the sac fly from Devon White. And the Blue Jays are finally on the board. Cut the lead to 5-1. Sometimes the first run is the hardest to get. Here's Alomar. Fernandez, 6-5. That's a straight-up home run chance. He's a 10. That's a 9. It is gone. A two-run home run. Two-run home run from Roberto Alomar, and that's going to be it for Alex Fernandez. He will have to leave the ball game. It is now 5-3, just that fast. 6-5 was a straight-up home run chance. That's a 9. He's a 10. So it's a two-run homer for Roberto Alomar, and that's going to do it for Alex Fernandez. They had Radinsky up, but you know what? I think they're going all out here. They're going to go for Roberto Hernandez and try to end this thing now. They're going to ask Hernandez to get a 5-out save, I think. So they're going to ask Roberto Hernandez to get a 5-out save. We're going to go from Fernandez to Hernandez. So Hernandez went 7 1/3. So he had it going through 6th, and it kind of sputtered here in the 7th. We'll get the numbers on Fernandez after the inning is over because, well, actually, you can't close the book on him because everybody's clean off the bases. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 hits he allowed. 3 runs. All were earned. Let's check his walks and strikeouts. He did not walk anybody. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strikeouts. All right, so that's the line I have on Alex Fernandez. 7 1/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He still can be the winner. But now we turn it over to Roberto Hernandez, try to nip it in the bud, get the old Barney Fife, nip it in the bud right here and now. It's 5-3, but they don't want to play around. Roberto Hernandez, 6-5, pitcher result, but it's all blank. So they're all blank, so we go to Joe Carter. 3-5, and that's a double to center or to left field. So here come the Jays again. A double for Joe Carter. He's 3 for 4. And that's going to bring up Olerud. He is the tying run at the plate in John Olerud. Strategy rolls are back on, but we're not going to have Joe Carter steals, so we're not going to worry about that. 2-6, that's a range play. Go to Olerud. 2-2, it's a power result to left field. Up to a 13, that is a 13. That's a triple to left, but it's a range check on the left fielder, who happens to be Tim Raines. A huge range check coming up for Tim Raines. He is a 3. A 1, 2, or 3, he takes the triple away. 4 or higher, the triple holds. It's a 3. He takes away the triple. That may have saved the game right there. Tim Raines, circle that one, put a star on that one, as Jerry Coleman used to say. That's out number 2. And it could have been a 5-4 game just that quickly. But Tim Raines did it. He came up with that big range check. Here's Molitor. 5-5, possible error on a throw. Go to Mahler. 6-4, it's a fly to center. No throw to worry about. The inning's over. So Roberto Hernandez comes in and gets it done after the 3 runs come in for the Jays to make it 5-3. And now Dwayne Ward will be coming in for the Jays to try to keep it 5-3 and not let it get any worse. The one thing with Hernandez, though, he's now faced 3 batters, so he will be tired on his second batter in the 9th. So that's something to keep an eye out for, to watch his fatigue, but they felt like they had to do it. Try to shut the door. So Dwayne Ward, their closer, is coming on. Might as well. I mean, you're not going for a save anytime soon, so might as well use the best you have. So Dwayne Ward is in to face Thomas, Ventura, and Burks. Heart of the order for the Sox. It is now 5-3. And it would have been worse without that triple saving catch by Tim Raines. 4-3, and that's a strikeout plus, and he gets him. Frank Thomas out on strikes on the strikeout plus from Dwayne Ward. Brings up Ventura. 3-6, that's another strikeout plus, so back-to-back strikeouts. Dwayne Psycho Ward not fooling around either. Here's Ellis Burks. 3-6, that's another strikeout plus, and he strikes out the side on 3 consecutive strikeout pluses. And down go the Sox in the 8th. So last chance for the Jays, 5-3. It is their last chance. Remember, Hernandez has faced 3 batters. He can face 1 more. After Ed Sprague, he will be facing the catcher, Randy Knorr. And then it'll be Fernandez and then Sprague. My bad. Because Molitor made the last out. So Fernandez, Sprague, and Knorr. And they can't pinch hit for Knorr because he's the last catcher they have. So it'll be Fernandez, Sprague, and Knorr. So Tony Fernandez. Will there be 9th inning magic, as someone once coined? We shall see. 6-5. That's a pitch result, but it's blank again. We go to Fernandez. 5-3. It's a ground ball back to Hernandez. So Hernandez gets Fernandez to ground out, and now he is tired. So if he hits a fatigue result, he's got to come out of the game. But here's Ed Sprague. 5-3. It's a range play at the park. Go to Comiskey Park for a range check. 6-5. That's a rare play. We haven't had a rare play. Might as well have one now. Base is empty, rare play. You knew it was time for a rare play at some point. 24. Rare play 24. Second baseman goes in the hole to make a play and hurts arm on throw. Resolve play is a G4 range play. Check for injury. All right, so it's a G4 range play. The second baseman is Joey Cora. Let me get his card. His range at second base is only a 2. So this has to be a 1 or a 2, or else it's going to get by him for a hit. It's a 2. He makes the play. He might injure himself, but he made the play. So Joey Cora makes the play, diving and rolling around, making the play, but he might be injured. Joey Cora's injury rating. His injury rating is a 1. And on a 1, if we look at the rare play chart, on a 1, 1 to 2 he stays in the game. 3 to 4 he only misses this game. A 5 he misses 1 game plus a D6 roll. If we roll a 6, we re-roll on column 2. So that's what we do there. It's a 6. We got to re-roll on column 2. That's a 3. So on column 2, 3, it's a game. So he's going to come out of the game. He will not miss any games after this, but he will have to come out of the game right now. So the White Sox will have to bring in Steve Sachs to play second base to try to finish the game out and hope he doesn't have any yips. So Steve Sachs is your new second baseman. And unfortunately for the Jays, Randy Knorr is their last chance. He is a .248 hitter, so he does have a little bit of pop, but I'm sure they'd rather have somebody else. But Joey Cora, 2 great defensive plays. That one by Joey Cora and the triple saving play by Tim Raines in the 8th inning could be the difference in the game. Fernandez, 4-6, strikeout plus. He got him. There's your ball game. The White Sox have done it. They are going to the World Series as they defeat the Jays 4-2. And Roberto Hernandez comes in and does the job. Inning in 2/3, gave up 1 hit and nothing else with 1 strikeout. Gets the save. Alex Fernandez gets the win, and Pat Hentgen will take the loss. 5-3 the final here at Comiskey. And the White Sox will wait on the National League winner. And the Sox will host games 1 and 2 at Comiskey. So whoever wins between the Phillies and the Giants will travel to Comiskey to take on the White Sox in games 1 and 2. So let's get the totals for you for the game. Bring my little board over here. A little cheat sheet or whatever you want to call it. So for the Blue Jays, 3 runs. They had that 1 big error from Ricky Henderson. See how many hits they had. So they had 1, 2, 3, 5. I got them for 9 hits. And they left on 5, 6. Left 6 on base. For the White Sox, 5 runs. They do it on 7 hits. No errors, and they left on 3. That's what I have unofficial. But officially, the White Sox are going to the World Series in 1993, and they will be taking on the winner of the Phillies and the Giants. And that game will be the next video on the channel. Once that game is over, both World Series will be set. You have 1975 Phillies and Yankees, and then 1993 is going to be the White Sox against either the Phillies or the Giants. So if the Phillies win it in the National League in this one, you have the Phillies in both World Series, 1 in 93 and 1 in 75. If the Giants win it, of course, then you'll have Giants and Sox, and there'll be 4 different teams involved in each of the World Series. So I do appreciate you spending part of your Saturday evening with me. It's a fun game. I thought it was going to be no chance for the Blue Jays, but again, the inside pitch game engine, the team that's behind just somehow manages to find some life And, that's just the way it is. Player of the game, I'm giving it to Alex Fernandez. I mean, he pitched solid and shut down the Jays through 6 1/3 or 7 1/3 innings of shutout relief. So Alex Fernandez is my player of the game for the White Sox. And they will now sit and wait for the winner. Since they had to use Blackjack McDowell the game before this one, actually it's going to be left-hander that's going to start game one for the Sox. It'll be Wilson Alvarez, a lefty. Wilson Alvarez will get the start in game one for the White Sox. And for the either the Giants or the Phillies, it will probably be either, I'm assuming it'll either be Kurt Schilling or it'll be Bill Swift, depending on who wins. So we'll see how it goes, how it plays out. But that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch. As anybody saw my video, my previous video of this one, where I went insane and bought all that Stratomatic stuff, I have been separating some cards. I did have issues with the Strat computer, so I don't have the Strat computer use right now, so all I can do is use the cards at the moment. So hopefully Stratomatic will get me straight on that and send me a new authorization thing and reset the one that's not working for me. So hopefully that will happen sometime next week. So I know on the weekend they don't answer emails, so I'll get it whenever I can get it, I guess. But in the meantime, I've got other stuff to occupy me with. Most namely, tomorrow I'm going to be playing the Phillies and the Giants. Might do it recorded. Probably won't do it live. Probably do it recorded and upload it. And then we'll be set for the series in both seasons as I try to get this all done before the New Year's, before Mr. RJL starts his 72 season. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.